beats mayoral duties any day of the week.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right?
Got a chill in my bones that won't come out. Too many nights out.
How's it going?
sleeping in the fog.
Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
There's a giant metal pizza sitting on the ground now, so yeah.
I was just asking. No need for the snide remarks. I think I got the rest of this contraption figured out. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
I have so much data on the world before the atom bombs. I fear I may have to delete some of it to... For my new observations.
Last mistake! Let me know. Come on, asshole!
Yo, psst.
Just say...
The word.
Got it.
Shit.
Engaging hostile!
We ain't alone.
Stop right there!
Gotta be kidding me.
What? What? Something ready up.
Who's there?
Come out. Some jet after that. You saw that big mistake.
Don't move, soldier.
Hey, I got some. I'm seeing better days. Area! Who?
Going down. Basement.
Hey. What? Get some! I didn't say that.
That's it.
Nimble, aren't you? You are really pissing me off. Now gets fun. Know yourself pretty well, brother. Ain't alone. There you are. That it?
Going up. Roof access.
What the?
Stop right there! Stop right there!
Well, they tried. I guess you could call that trying.
Got it.
hatchet.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary, prepared for the future.
Lost track of how many blisters I got. Looking to buy?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let me know what you'd like.
Yeah?
Excuse me.
What can I get you?
I'll take a look, sure.
Great.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life.
It's always fascinating watching you create.
Remember, we're out here representing the Brotherhood. Let's make them proud.
What gave you the idea we're friends?
What's the angle here?
You look like someone needs a drink.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Would you like me to go with you?
They didn't tell me much. All tech. Just to make sure everyone filled out their forms. I was supposed to win a pack of steak knives.
You don't need the sight to see that you've done real good for these people. You'll find what you're looking for. I know it.
You want to do some trading?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what I've got.
You know, things are looking up. I can feel it this time.
Take care of yourself, dear. I used to be quite the adventurer when I was younger. Now these old bones just can't keep up.
Yes? We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider something more up close and personal.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Feel free to test the grips.
This place is starting to look like a proper home, thanks to you. I told you Sanctuary would grow. The sight never lies.
we heading out?
All systems are a go, sir.
Weather's clear. That's something at least.
Yes?
You need something, monsieur?
Can I get you a drink? I just want to trade a few things.
Sure.
At least it's not raining.
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Someday, super mutants kill everything. So much walking. Want to do more fighting?
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Whenever you're ready. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you You've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
You weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these urgent models can't come soon.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in the...
Seriously, thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
You're here.
What now?
Glad you
They're
made it.
dragging their
We're
feet
all
on the
looking
targeting
forward to
package
working
upgrades
with
I
you.
asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with...
Hey, Doc.
Please
So,
don't.
here
There's
you
enough
are.
friction as it is
Justin
between
Ayo,
us and
acting
pretty much
director of
all
the
the other
Synth Retention
departments.
Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. Well, I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Nominal.
No visible reaction to the K-13 compound. We'll start.
I'm in.
The dosage will be much larger this time. The side effects will likely be more pronounced. Will there be any pain? I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At
Excuse
this point,
me,
she's
Doctor?
just doing it for
Ah,
fun.
it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced Systems Special Projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work. This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued? That is correct.
Time to examine my latest reports on bad
Child synth.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
Doc.
There's still
Welcome.
people, and
So
they're
good to
suffering.
have you here. Dr. Clayton
At least
Holden,
admit that. It's
head of the
incredible.
Bioscience Division.
After all,
I can't wait for
how
you to
can
see
we
the
hope
work
to
we're doing?
redefine mankind
It's
if
truly
we
amazing.
can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
I think Dr. Carlin was looking for help with one of his experiments. You should talk to him.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Hi, Doc.
Well, well, if it isn't our visitor from the past. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. Take this packet of seeds to the Roger Warwick synth. Be careful with these. They represent years of genetic manipulation and enhancement. Hopefully you can manage such a simple task.
Seeds for what?
A melon plant that will, if my calculations are correct, be able to grow even in heavily irradiated soil. The fruit it bears will be perfectly healthy and edible. Or so I hope. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important. When Roger asks how your trip was, tell him some blood bugs chased you halfway across the Commonwealth. That code phrase will identify you as an agent of the Institute. Also, you must be discreet. Do nothing to draw attention to yourself or raise suspicion.
Maybe I should get a secret decoder ring, too.
A secret decoder ring? What a fascinating suggestion. I'll have to look into that. Now hurry on to Warwick Homestead so we can begin the experiment.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Roger.
Didn't run into too much trouble coming out here, I hope.
Some blood bugs chased me halfway across the Commonwealth, but I made it.
Yeah, those things can be pretty territorial. Glad they didn't catch you. Since you traveled all this way, how about a quick tour? Right this way, if you please. I'll show you what we've been up to here at the Warwick Homestead. We're proud of what we've accomplished here, but we're only getting started. You probably saw the mute fruit on the way in. It's been a real bumper crop. I'm not sure how long these metal structures are going to last, but they seem to have weathered the elements pretty well so far.
Mr. Warwick.
Hey there, friend. We're in some real trouble. Maybe you can help.
What do you need?
It's these damn greenskins. The super mutants. Whenever they come through, we just have to run away or hide. They take everything they can eat and destroy most everything else. And if they ever took us by surprise, we'd all be dead. We can't live like this. Please, you gotta help us.
I'll take care of those super mutants. I promise.
Good. I didn't know what we were gonna do. You got the seeds? Good. I'll take those. Listen, I need your help. The whole operation's in danger of being exposed.
The Institute builds an underground scientific utopia, and you're their crowning achievement. The future is fucked.
You try working alone with no support for months on end. See how easy it is. So here's the problem. I think my foreman, Bill Sutton, suspects what I really am. He's been spying on me and having secret conversations with our farmhand, Cedric. Now, he's starting to work on my wife and kids, trying to turn them against me too.
Undone by your own foreman. You Institute boys really are the cream of the crop.
Just how dangerous is this foreman? Is he a real threat?
I don't know, maybe. He's heard all the same boogeyman stories as everyone else. A lot of people up here are scared. They're seeing synths around every corner. Anyway, there's more to it. Cedric's vanished. Bill says he had to visit a sick relative, but I think he went to get help.
Oh, great. This just gets better and better.
If Bill's taken June and the kids into his confidence, he might have told them what he's planning. Right now, they're too suspicious to talk to me about it, but they've got no reason to suspect you. Just remember, Bill's got them all pretty scared. It's not gonna be easy.
Do your thing. I'll keep an eye out.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
I'm sure I have something you need.
let's see what you got.
Great.
Hey.
What you got?
Hancock.
To think I ever doubted you.
Oh, yeah? What kind of doubts?
You kidding me? You look like you'd fallen out of the vault that day. I thought I'd see you picking your teeth out of the gutter by sunup. It's just real rare these days. Find someone who's not willing to take things the way they're handed to them. Too many good folks not willing to get their hands dirty. And too many assholes taking advantage of it. Look at what happened to Diamond City. Before McDonough took over, it was a half-decent place to live. A little stricter than I usually go for, but not terrible. I thought he and I had a pretty happy childhood. But then he decides he's gonna try and get elected with his anti-ghoul crusade. Mankind for McDonough. Before you know it, you got families with kids lining up to drag folks they called neighbor out of their homes and throw them to the ruins.
You and McDonough knew each other as kids?
Oh yeah. Guy's my brother. Grew up together in a little shack on the waterfront. Guy was the standard big brother. Entitled, punchy, liked to shove rotten potatoes down my shirt and slap my back. But I never thought he'd be capable of something like what they did to those ghouls.
Why did McDonough campaign against the ghouls?
Because he thought he could win. There'd always been a pretty clear divide between the folks living in the stands and those down on the field. I'm not convinced they didn't do it just to improve their view. I remember storming into his office above the stands after the inauguration speech. He was just standing there, staring out the window, watching as the city turned on the ghouls. He didn't even look at me. Just said, "I did it, John. It's finally mine." Should have killed him right there, but I don't think it would have changed anything. Instead, I pleaded with him, begged him to call it off. He said he couldn't. He had nothing against the ghouls. He was just carrying out the will of the people. And he couldn't betray the voters. And then he smiled. That hideous fucking mile-long smile. He never smiled like that when we were kids. I didn't even recognize him.
What do you mean you didn't recognize him?
I don't know. Just didn't seem like the guy I grew up with. When I'd first heard the rumors he'd been swapped for a synth, thinking back on that night, I thought it made a lot of sense. But now, I don't know. I don't think I buy it. I've seen him since then, and there's no way they copied him that perfectly. Even got his tight-ass walk. But at the time, I just needed to get the hell away from him. Him and that whole damn city.
Of all the things I've seen since leaving the vault, this seems almost merciful.
Sure. No one got beheaded at first. I still wasn't a ghoul at this point, so I didn't have to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to stay in that cesspool after that. I'd been sneaking off the Good Neighbor for years to get decent chems, so I knew the safe routes. I managed to track down a couple of the families, lead them there, but most couldn't get used to the Good Neighbor lifestyle. I brought them food for a couple of weeks, but after a while, they just disappeared. Folks in Diamond City signed their death warrants, and all the good people were willing to just sit by and watch. I felt like I was the only one who saw how screwed up things truly were. Who couldn't just pretend things were fine. Still feel that way. Or I did. Until I met you. I know I run my mouth, but having someone who sees the world for what it is, and is willing to do something about it, it's meant a lot to me. I feel damn lucky to have you as a friend.
And that's what we are? Friends?
Well, now that you mention it, I have been having slightly more impure thoughts than usual. Maybe we'll get to act on those. But I guess we should probably head out, huh? After you.
My databanks are continuing to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the Commonwealth.
Hey. Wait there.
Gotcha. I'll keep an eye out.
I trusted you once. Never again.
Hey.
What do you need? A little something to liven up the day?
It's time we part ways.
Just when we were having fun, too. Well, you know where to find me.
I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, no.
Keep saying to myself I should settle down someday.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready?
Humans all look funny. Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat.
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we gotta do is offer.
Strong
A pleasure to see you again, sir.
Huh? Yeah?
My systems are eager
Can't
to
remember the
absorb
last time
new
I had
data.
clean fingernails.
I find this traveling agrees with me.
We need to get out of this radiation. Now. I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot.
Yes.
Oh! What's that?
Going down. Over. Over. Going down. Over.
That's it. Nice. Nice. There we go. Yes. Yes. is it?
Disappearance act, huh?
Well, you're still alive. That either means you haven't gone after those super mutants yet, or good news.
Those super mutants won't be bothering you again.
I guess you were the right person for the job, huh? Thanks, friend. By the way, we've decided to support the Minutemen. We've got to help each other if we want things to get better.
I'm sorry, but I'm not supposed to talk to you.
Look, your father's in danger and I'm trying to help him.
Well, okay. If you really are trying to help, then I guess I can talk to you. The truth is, I'm really scared for Daddy. Foreman Bill says he's a synth and he has to be dealt with.
He gave Cedric a lot of money and told him to go to Good Neighbor. I don't know why.
Please, if you really want to help Daddy, find out what Cedric and Bill are up to and stop them.
Entertainment's down the stairs.
What, you need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen.
I want to know what you and Bill Sutton are planning.
Yeah? What's it to you?
Answer my question. Why did Bill send you here?
I heard you twice the first time, stranger. The thing is, I don't see how any of this is your goddamn business. Unless maybe Roger put you up to this. Tell you what, though. Maybe we can help each other out. If I've learned anything here, it's that information's got a price. Just like everything else. I got no particular loyalty to Bill Sutton or to Roger Warwick. So make me an offer, and let's see what happens.
I know you're in a tough situation here, but lives are at stake. Please, help me.
Bill isn't the only one who's afraid. People all over the Commonwealth are talking about this institute. But maybe you're right. Maybe we are letting that fear get the best of us. Well, truth is, this whole trip was a damn fool idea if you ask me. Bill hands me a fistful of caps and says, go to Good Neighbor. They got all kinds of shady characters there. Find us a mercenary. So I'm supposed to find some contract killer like I know how, and then hire him to take out Roger. First I agreed, but now I'm thinking to hell with Bill Sutton. I'll just stick around here for a while. Of course, he's probably figured out that I ain't coming back. Might just take matters into his own hands. As frightened as he is, the man's capable of just about anything.
Huh? Don't have no handouts.
One way or another, you're gonna admit what you really are. When you do, everyone will know the real Roger Warwick is dead and gone.
But he's right here, Bill.
Bill, you're insane. Please, I'm begging you. Let's just talk about this.
You! I know you're part of this. You probably killed the real Roger so this thing could take his place.
Calm down, Bill. You're letting fear get the better of you.
I should be afraid. Everyone should. These synths are everywhere. Who the hell are you, anyway? I'll tell you who you are. You're one of them! You show up out of nowhere, have your secret chat with Roger, and the next thing I see, you're off looking for Cedric! That's right, I figured it out. I know you're up to something, and I ain't gonna trust a word you say!
Do you really want to leave these children without a father?
Their real father's long gone! And I'm guessing you people had a hand in that. So what do you plan to do, stranger? Are you ready to take a bullet for a synth?
If it means protecting innocent people from a madman, yes.
A madman? Is that what you think I am? I know what I've seen. At least, I think I do. What else could explain it? None of you believe me, do you? Am I really crazy? I don't know. I was so sure about Roger. Jesus, what if I'm wrong? What if I was about to... right in front of June and the kids? I have to leave. I'm sorry. I need to sort things out. I've lost sight of things.
You saved us. I can't thank you enough.
You okay?
Yeah, mostly. I thought for sure I was a dead man.
What happened to set him off like that?
Bill was already on edge. But Cedric hadn't come back yet, and then you showed up. I guess he figured his time had run out, and he decided to take things into his own hands. You can tell our mutual friends that I'll get those seeds in the ground and have a report ready soon. In the meantime, you'll be safe out there.
You can fix just about anything. Guns, computers, people. Just gotta have the right tools.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember.
I know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Just in case they decide the Commonwealth isn't big enough for the both of us. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
It's a pleasure to serve with you, sir. You certainly know your way around a workbench.
Play cards right, you can make a whole lot of money. Spill it.
Huh? Speak up.
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
I'm afraid I'm not much use in the fight anymore. Back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy the Mad Woman.
Anytime you want me to carry some of that valuable gear you're lugging?
So many humans, not many civilians. World is bigger than strong.
Yes?
I know I'm not the only person here who's lost someone. I miss him so much.
I'd like to trade some items.
Our little sanctuary revival project has really helped. Takes my mind off things.
Can we trade a few things?
try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself.
It's
One day. Sanctuary will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
Here goes nothing.
What the? Boy, I told you that if
Abraham,
you ever
what's
showed you
going
a
on?
face here again,
Is that my boy come home?
What? Jake's back?
Oh, thank God. Papa, please. I know I screwed up pretty big. I thought if I joined up, I could keep them from raiding our farm. I didn't. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't care what you thought. I told you.
Abraham Francis Finch, that's enough.
Mama,
Shut up, Jake. If I hear anything out of either of you, you'll both be peeling potatoes for the next year. I've watched you two go at it for years and tried to let you sort it out for yourselves. Abraham, your son is a grown man. And if you expect him to act like one, then you'd better stop treating him like a child. Jake, your father and I have been out there, and we know it can be dangerous. We just want to make sure you're prepared. There, it's over. And if I hear another word about it from either of you, so help me.
She's right. Here's something for your help.
I've got a lot to atone for. I'll find a way to make things right.
I want to trade a few things.
Hell, even another water.
Running a farm sure makes for a full day. Makes today's work more satisfying to know what's yours stays yours.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Would you like me to go with you?
World is bigger than Strong knew.
Next person. Nothing I hate more than raider scumbags. If you run into any, put a few down for me.
Just looking to trade a little.
Just when you think you're safe, you're not. That's how they always get you.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be very good company right now.
Please, let me see and
You remind. Me of a young man I used to know.
I want to trade a few things.
Do I look like I want to chit-chat?
Keep leading and I'll follow you.
Thanks to you. I may get a full night's sleep for once.
Need something?
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary. Prepared for the...
What?
Let's trade.
I'll hand it to you. This place isn't awful. It's still a hole, but it could be worse.
Strong want to smash something.
You remind me of a young man I used to know. Never looking for trouble, but always finding it.
Strong hope we find milk of humankind soon. So many humans, not many super mutants. Strong getting hungry.
I'm afraid I'm not much use to a fight anymore. But back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy the Mad Woman.
Humans all look funny.
I must apologize for the odd noises.
Someday, super mutants.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
So much walking. Want to do more?
Huh?
Huh? Got some great stuff, if you're interested.
Let's see what you got.
Feel free to test the grips.
fist was weak, leader. Strong blood.
No need the sight to see you've been real good for these people.
So much walking. Want to do more fighting? Strong hope we find milk of human kindness soon.
I told you Sanctuary would grow. The sight never lies.
Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat. Someday, super mutants kill everything.
Take care of yourself, dear.
Humans all look funny. World is bigger than Strong knew. No green stuff here.
Huh?
Whiskey's running low.
If you work,
find some more and soon.
What's that?
So,
I just want to trade a few things.
Road.
Still ain't perfect, but we're surviving.
If someone needs help,
Just thinking how wonderful it would be to get out of this. Eternal rain.
It's not hard.
You know what? Since we... talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here. In sanction.
Don't get any germs on me. When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Synth unit. All this advanced technology for maintenance still can't SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
No, he's not.
I delivered the seeds.
Good. I trust everything went smoothly.
Does it really matter how smoothly it went?
Being a member of the Institute means holding yourself to a higher standard. It means efficiency and diligence, attention to detail, and an exacting thoroughness. It's not enough just to do a job. It must be done well. At any rate, I'm sure you did the best you could. Here you are, then. Something to aid in your future missions, courtesy of the Bioscience Division. That will be all. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Mankind redefined.
It's catchy, isn't it?
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand,
Yes, sir.
what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
So it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with such problems. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Sure. We'll just fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But I'm confident that with a courser at your side, you'll have no trouble. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Heads up.
What you got for me?
that it? Nothing's gonna save you now. Lost him.
Blue, we're not alone.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
We're in this deep with the Institute as is. Couldn't hurt to have someone with real combat training watching our backs.
Let's just get this over with.
Right behind you, sir.
Hell no!
This is normal for other journalists.
Got it. Sweet.
You're mine now.
Don't move!
Show your face. Come on. I dare you.
Bad you
Don't do anything stupid.
Shit!
Going to waste otherwise.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Jesus, what a mouthful.
Then talk fast, sir. Just make sure you get it right. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Excellent. That's it. Yes.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear,
I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me.
So, made it to the top.
Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
How much plunder have you got?
Ah, so you are here for loot, then.
What are you doing, boss? We can take these guys.
Keep your mouth shut! I know what I'm doing! We got a modest little stash. I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you, freely, if you walk away afterwards. What do you say? Do I have your word?
You have my word. Give me what you got, and we'll leave.
No one has to die.
The password to get into the stash is Mad Orca. Help yourself, my fellow pirate. We can always get more.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have my orders.
Place is nicer without the raiders. Not much, but nice.
71 Epsilon. Boss? Are you okay? Gabriel, can you hear me?
Shit, they did something to him! Take them out! Hell yeah!
Come
Ah, you're gonna pay for that.
Area secure. Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688. Ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
So many humans, not many super mutants. Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat.
Crop's coming in pretty good. I'm sure I have something you need.
I'll take a look, sure.
Great.
Yes?
Hey.
What can I get you?
Sure, let's see what you got.
Great.
Hope this rain lets up soon. A little rain's good for you. Washes off the grind.
What's so important?
We heading out?
Hi.
Looking for a weapon?
Let's see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
Around a workbench. Nothing I love more than hiking in the rain.
Damn, really coming down.
Got it. Yes.
Hello? Someone out there? Quiet, ain't it?
I don't ask for much. Just need a full bottle and some bones to break.
This is starting to look like a proper home story to you.
The influx of data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes I make little sense. I will work on this.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of calves.
I used to be
quite the inventor when I was younger. Now, these old bones just can't keep up.
I don't require sleep or food in order to survive.
Humanity is so resilient.
You'll find what you're looking for. I know it.
The duty of us all to further that survival.
There's so much ground to cover in the Commonwealth. Where should we go next?
One day, Sanctuary will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
It is hard to determine whether the surface is more or less susceptible to outbreaks, but the preparation plan is never about...
Traveling with you is proving to be quite uplifting.
Heads up.
You say the word.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the Here in St. Nice one, prepared for the future.
Specimen at Warwick is really impressive. I hear we have you to thank for that.
There we go.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
I'm in.
I saw the report on the Warwick Homestead incident. Well done, sir.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world. Do you want to have that
Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
No, not now.
All right, then.
You want to have that talk now?
This'll do.
I'm so used to hunting in the forest back home. Sometimes I forget what a clear night looks like.
The weather holds up.
Do you think we're ready to retake the castle?
I took care of the raiders that were harassing that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
That's great news. One day, we'll be strong enough to drive that scum out of the Commonwealth for good. As usual, I've got something else for you to look into. We've got to show people the Minutemen can really help them.
We heading out?